Nelson Mandela will forever be tied to activism, the former South African president was known for his anti-apartheid views and philanthropy. But now a local exhibit called Mandela, The Journey to Ubuntu, gives a deeper look into the life and legacy of the leader. And joining me now to talk more about what you can expect is South African documentary photographer Matthew Wilman. Matthew, welcome. Tell us a little bit about this exhibit.
Thank you for this opportunity. This exhibit is a world premiere. It's the first time we're exhibiting Nelson Mandela post his passing in December 2013. And it'll be hosted at the National Underground Railroad Freedom Centre for up until August. So we're launching tomorrow, Friday.
Wonderful. Talk to us a little bit about your experience, taking these wonderful photographs.
You know what, working with Mandela was certainly not an easy job. Here we have a man who's a great statesman, and yet when you're in that inner circle with him and you're engaging with him, he was like a grandfather figure, and I think the images attest to that. Nelson Mandela, he had a man who journeyed, and he was very at peace with himself, and he loved making jokes with people around him. So it was a privilege for 10 years to archive and document his life.
Wow, you traveled with him for 10 years. Yeah. You must have learned a lot of wisdom from him. What an experience that will live kind of through these photos.
I'm a young South African. When I started with Mandela, I was 24 years old, and South Africa was coming out to the throes of apartheid. And here I was, a young white individual who was passionate about his country, and I still am today. I commit so much of my time out in the country, talking about unity, tolerance, leadership. And I got that all from Mandela, so I literally got it from the top. And so my work continues, even though Mandela's not with us today.
Do you have a particular photograph that's really meaningful for you that you want to make sure visitors really see and understand?
Sure, absolutely. Mandela was a symbol of freedom. He was a symbol of unity, a man who chose to transcend divides through preaching forgiveness and reaching out the hand to the enemy. Images, I've taken many iconic images of Nelson Mandela, but one that perhaps sticks in my mind is the one day Mandela was in his lounge at the afternoon sunlight, and he was talking with his hands. And I just noticed that, the humanity of this man wasn't always in his face. It was the hands that held the cold iron bars, never touched his wife, held his children for 27 years. And I had this opportunity of going over Mandela's shoulder and just taking this one shot of this open palm hand, which is today rated as one of the most intimate private portraits of Nelson Mandela.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful. And again, we can see the exhibit and that specific photo that we were talking about. It's at the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center there, and that runs, like we said, tomorrow. It starts March 24th through August 20th. So you have all summer to see this, and tickets are just $5, of course, with general admission. Thank you so much for coming. What a phenomenal experience for those 10 years.
You know what, I certainly will never forget them, and I will continue to pay forward this experience, this privilege I had to work with one of the world's greatest statesmen. And it's about bringing up the next generation. And in South Africa, we have a long way to go, and continental Africa is ready to receive his legacy and to take it here to America.
That is wonderful. Well, thank you so much. We'll have to check it out.